Alright guys, I'm back. Taking a break from the taste testing video from the Ready Hour food. Because as we were doing that, this just got delivered. And I am excited to see this. Aiden's excited to see this. Ethan's excited to see it too. It's the Gerber Doubledown. So, this is either a small folding machete or a giant butterfly knife. We're not really sure what it is. Because, what are you hoping for, Aiden?
Butterfly knife.
Yeah, I know you're hoping for a big butterfly knife. I just saw this and I said, I gotta check this out. And I know people that watch the channel would be interested. This is not help me open this at all. People that watch the channel would be probably interested in seeing this. This is a Gerber that is made in America, 100% USA. And that's cool because, you know, with Gerber, it's a mixed bag. Sometimes you get USA, sometimes you get Taiwan, sometimes you just get China. But it's packed in there really well. So, we're dealing with a 420 HC blade. We're dealing with, what an interesting place to put the do not eat. So it's in there. Let's see what kind of paperwork we get in here. Probably the standard Gerber warranty. Now, like all Gerber stuff, it's you know, a little overpriced as far. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not overpriced. We'll see. It's $120. I got the satin or stonewashed finished blade. There's a black coated blade, but what we got here, we got instructions on how to use it.
What do you mean by the do not eat?
So this thing, Aiden, absorbs moisture, but it always says do not eat, so I call it the do not eat. So it comes in a very large pouch, which is, oh, look at that. It's got PALS webbing on it, so compatible with all your Molly gear. And I believe you can just, yeah, you can take this and make one large belt loop if you wanted. Aiden, you want to demonstrate how you sneakily in the field do Velcro so no one can hear it? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Yep, that's how you sneakily remove your Velcro so no one can hear the Velcro. No, I don't think it is a butterfly knife. It's a big ass knife. So let's see, what do we got here? What is this? Is this for lanyard, I guess? Got a lock. Now, yeah, I could just read the instruction. Oh, wow. We've got these locks, and they half lock. That's what prevents it from being considered a butterfly or ballet song, so that it's not illegal everywhere you go. But if you were to hold on to these and flip, and it's on gears, so it's not just a conventional loose pivot, and then you can, I think you can lock it. Can you? Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah. And they say that this thing is a machete, a knife, everything you need. It is certainly big. It is big. It's weighted well, though. It is definitely weighted pretty well. I love the stonewash finish on the blade. The way they have it, it'll help you hide snail trails and minor scratches as you use it. This jimping here, they say, is specifically for batoning. So normally we say, you know, we baton with knives all the time, but it's not made for that. That's not what you're supposed to. But they're telling you right here, baton with this knife. And on their promotional video, they tell you baton with this knife. Now, this being 420 HC, that doesn't have a lot of spring to it. And most machetes that are intended to be used as machetes have a springiness to help them be resilient when you're slashing and hacking. Also, interestingly, normally with a machete, to help you get leverage, you have a much longer blade than handle. But obviously, since this folds up and recesses directly in the handle, you have exactly as much handle as blade. So that's kind of a different story here. But made in the USA, 420 HC. 420 HC is a pretty solid blade for edge retention and corrosion resistance. Repositioned over at the stump to do a couple of the things I want to do right away. Don't feel any looseness in this blade at all. It feels pretty good in the hand. Not the most comfortable handle because, you know, you do have these gaps in there and you can feel that a little bit. It's some kind of, you know, nylon or polymer or whatever handle. scales over the steel. But yeah, pretty good chopping leverage there. I feel like you've got pretty well honed edge there. You can see a little bit of the silvering there from when I chopped into the wood. Edge, of course, you know, any edge can be refined from a factory grind, but it comes pretty good. Pretty good. I have no idea where the end of this thing is, so you know what? It's a very nice, clean cut. I haven't done a P-cord, you know, cut as an actual knife test in a while, but this has a slight recurve. Wow, that just went right through it too. It is a bit big, and it does feel a little awkward to have all the blade and weight forward here, and then have what is essentially dead space over there, you know, to focus the energy in the chop. Again, if you're thinking machete style, you're used to having blade from basically you've got your handle and then a little bit of ricasso and then blade, and this doesn't have that. So it does take a little bit of getting used to. When we unlock it, and that holds very well to hold this handle in place. Wow. There we go. Just use this stump to help me. So these locks have what they call half locks. So when you're folding it up, you open it, and it locks halfway as a safety to make sure your fingers are out of there. And then you can fold it all the way up, and then you can lock it up again with this, which is, oh, I see. So see there's a little, built into the handle, there's a little bar right there that you gotta gotta get it in just right, and then it will lock closed. And keep that from opening accidentally. Little bit of play in these handles when they're, you know, when they're free floating, kind of moving around. Now, somebody had already asked when I mentioned I was getting this, could you remove those locks? I'm thinking based on the construction of the handle, you could if you wanted to, and make this a full-on butterfly machete. I don't know how that would change the legality of carrying it wherever you happen to be. I don't know if you'd want to do that. But it certainly is something. Using it as a machete, you know, a lot of machetes have handles designed to handle that impact and prevent it from being transferred up your wrist to your arm. This doesn't seem to have a lot of that, so I don't know. But anyway, you definitely feel those gears biting into each other. It's not a perfectly smooth butterfly style transition there. Flower attack! Thank you! And I was holding the locks down there so I could do that easily and smoothly. Certainly is a very interesting blade. Flower attack part 2! Thank you! It's one that I'm definitely wanting to test out. However, we are actually losing... Oh man, there we go, got it locked. We're losing the good weather here. We're getting some raindrops, and again, I don't care about that, but the fancy video camera does. So this is just going to serve as our overview and unboxing, and we're going to do a full test on this. And there are a couple other machetes we've got recently, there we go, that I want to test alongside of it as well. So when the flower attack part 3. So hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Monday, we'll be able to get a real good actual use test out of this thing. Flower attack part 4, and we'll see how it actually performs. But first impressions are it's a different kind of thing. Part 5, call it a knife, call it a machete. You do have a nice, decent piece of good steel 420HC. When heat treated right, makes a great knife blade. Interesting design. Got a lot of leverage. Got a nice big blade for working on stuff. And they say you can do all your fine knife work with this in their little promotional video. And you can do some fine kind of work with it. Look at that. I mean, treat it like a regular old little survival knife. That was a weird thing I just said, meaning to say survival. So I'm interested to see how this holds up in like a real hard use kind of test, where we actually test out all the things that you should be able to do with a machete and kind of a knife. And I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with it, but should be good. So I'm curious what you guys might think about this. It is fairly new to the market, so I'm not sure how many of these are out there in the hands of viewers. Unlocking this thing once you got it locked up is a little tough. I'm not sure how many of these are out there in people's hands that want to share some experience with them. It's pretty interesting, but I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from people that already have one, that want to share, you know, their thoughts, their theories, their experience with it. But yeah, coming real soon will be a real use video on this, and we'll see what it can do. I'm excited to get my hands on it and mess with it for a little bit. So until that next video, please remember that you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.